To make money, the boy was cleaning windows under the scorching sun, but then, his tools fell from the high-rise building. The foreman was confused. How could the boy make such a mistake? So he asked him to take off his gloves. The boy knew he couldn't hide it anymore. It turned out 2 of his fingers were broken. The foreman was furious. Today it's the bucket that falls. Tomorrow, it'll be you. But the boy begged the foreman to give him one more chance. The foreman told him to get lost. However, just as the boy was walking out, the foreman called him back and handed him 3 days' wages. The boy looked at this act of kindness, quietly said thank you, and left. Without the job, the boy's factory couldn't pay the rent, and the workers' salaries were also delayed. He humbled himself and bargained with the landlord for a 3-day extension. He went again to see the market manager, who looked down on him, begging for a small deposit to keep things going. But the manager was hoping he would fail and mocked him as an unrealistic laborer. The boy was thrown out of the car. When he got back, he saw the typhoon had blown down the storage shed, and the landlord had taken the factory back. He didn't want to keep going. At that moment, the workers came over. The boy thought they were there to demand their pay, but he had no way to give them anything. However, the workers simply asked when they could start working again. They didn't want wages. Seeing those honest faces, the boy's hope reignited. In the end, they delivered the goods within the deadline. Looking at the group of workers behind him, who had been abandoned by other factories, the boy knew he had never made the wrong choice. This 20-year-old carried far too much. Each time he sank into the mud, he had the courage to rise again. A year later, he used the money he earned to cure his sister. 6 years later, he started his own publicly listed company, and those who had stood by his side also found their own successful paths.